Hello, everybody. Hope you all are good. So, today we are going to see the lesson in geography, the Earth in the solar system. Sky gazing has always fascinated us. During the day, we can see the sun. At the night, we can see the different types of objects in the sky. Have you ever wondered what they are made of? What keeps them floating in the space? And whether we can reach them or not? Yes, we can answer the questions by learning the upcoming lesson. So, we move into the video. The Big Bang Theory is the leading explanation about how the universe began. At its simplest, it says the universe as we know it started with small singularity. If we turn the clock some 13 billion years ago, the universe was so small that it could fit in your palm. Can you imagine that from this infant universe everything was created? The stars, galaxies, solar systems, and also us. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the iron in our blood, the calcium in our bones, the metals we use, the food that we consume, everything. So, most astronomers believe that the universe started about 15 billion years ago with the gigantic explosion of a cosmic egg, the Big Bang. Due to this explosion, atoms and later molecules were formed. These molecules came together and formed giant clouds of gases and dust particles called nebula. The first topic we are going to see is about universe. What universe is? Universe is everything we can touch, feel, sense, measure or detect. It includes living things, planets, stars, galaxies, dust clouds, glaciers, light and even time. Before the birth of universe, time, space and matter did not exist. The next is solar system. I think you would have definitely come across what solar system is. So, solar system, the word is derived from the Latin word sol, which means sun. Thus, solar means belonging to sun. It consists of sun at the center, the 8 planets, their satellites, asteroids, meteoroids, and comets, all of which move around the sun. So, we will find out a little more about them in this lesson. So, you are interested? Yes, I know you are interested. A constellation is an area on the celestial sphere in which a group of stars form an imaginary outline or pattern. If you look at night sky closely, you can see cluster of stars. In simple, the group of stars are called as constellations. Astronomers have joined the stars in the constellation by imaginary lines giving them different shapes. So, one of the constellation is Ursa Major or Great Bear. Usually, this Ursa Major and Great Bear is called as Saptarishi. the seven stars. These stars will be in a big spoon shape, and at the end of this constellation, the two stars are called as pointers. They usually point towards north. The brightest star in the pole in the sky is the North Pole star. It appears in the same position in the sky. In early days, our ancient people used to determine the north direction during night with the help of North Star. The Sun. The Sun is the star at the center of solar system. It is by far the most important source of energy for life on the earth. As mass is about 330,000 times that of earth, this huge mass gives a very powerful force of gravity. This gravitational force hold the earth and other planets in their fixed paths called orbits. The sun is made up of intensely hot burning gases, mainly hydrogen and helium, and it has a surface temperature of about 6000 degrees Celsius. The sun is about 150 million kilometers away from the earth. Light from the sun takes about 8 minutes to reach us. This light is reflected by the planets and their satellites. We are thus able to see them in the sky even though they do not have their own light. The next part of the solar system is planets. Planets are the biggest objectives that go around the sun. The word planet is derived from a Greek word meaning wanderer. Planets are so named because they revolve around the sun. There are 8 planets in the solar system. So, as we all know, the planet names are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. In the descending order of the size of the planets are Jupiter is the biggest planet, where Mercury is the smallest planet. Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Earth, Venus comes in between. All planets are spherical in shape. Some of them have distinctive features. Venus is the brightest object in the sky after the sun and the moon. So it is often called as morning star. Whereas Mars is called as evening star. Mars appears reddish in color. So it is called as red planet. Saturn is the sixth planet from the sun. It has rings around it, whereas Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune also have rings around them. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars are known as inner planets because they are made up of rocks called terrestrial planet. planets. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune are known as outer planets because they are made up of gas giants. They are made up of gases and very small rocky cores. Planets have two moments. One it is rotation and another it is revolution. Next is about rotation and revolution of planet. So what rotation is? Rotation is when a planet spins on its own axis. That is called as rotation. Right? When a planet spins or rotates on its own axis is called as rotation. Two planets, Venus and Uranus, rotate in clockwise, that is from east to west, whereas all other planets rotate in anti-clockwise direction, that is from west to east. Now, what revolution is? Revolution is the planet revolve around the sun in a fixed path. The path of revolution of each planet is egg-shaped or in elliptical shape, which is known as orbit. Each planet takes a different time period to complete one rotation about its axis and one revolution around the sun. So next we are going to see the difference between stars and the planets. So stars is made up of hot and burning gases, whereas planets are made up of solid materials. Stars, as we read before, stars produce their own heat and light, whereas planets, they don't have their own light or heat. They just shine by reflecting the light received from the sun. These stars are huge in size. Comparatively, planets are smaller in size. They move around, that is, stars move around the center of galaxy. Planets move around stars. Now, let us read more about our planets. So, Mercury is 58 million kilometers away from Sun. Duration of revolution will be 88 days and there is no satellite in Mercury. Venus, it is 108 million kilometer distance from the Sun. 225 days is the duration of revolution. And in Venus also there is no satellite. Earth, it is 150 distance from the, that is 150 million kilometer distance from the Sun, whereas the duration of revolution is 365 1/4 days, whereas the satellite is 1. We have only one satellite. Our natural satellite is Moon, as we all know. Mars is 226 million kilometer distance from the Sun and its revolution period is 1.9 years and it has 2 satellites in it. Jupiter, 772 million kilometers away from Sun, 11.9 years is the duration of revolution, whereas 62 satellite that is approximately. Saturn, it is 1418 million kilometer distance from the sun, whereas the duration of revolution is 29 years and the number of satellite is 60 approximately. Uranus, 2817 million kilometer distance from the sun, whereas the revolution period is 84 years. The number of satellites in Uranus is 27. Neptune, it is 4469 million kilometer distance from the sun. The revolution period is 164.8 years and the satellite is 13 in the Neptune. So the upcoming topics will be discussed in the future video. So hope you all understood. Thank you.